want it. I want this one. There we go. Good evening, mechanics. It is your sparkly race cat PNG tuber Owen Aeon here, and I am doing a continuation of the keyboard build we started last night. So we're going to wrap up building the Delta today. I still have to solder the switches to the board, so we're going to get back to that, and then after that it's just the assembly process, and then we should be good, and then we'll do some typing tests. So hope you're all in for a comfy evening tonight. We got some chill music going, and looking forward to getting this done and taking our time along the way. So thank you all for coming tonight. So I'm immediately going to jump into us continuing to solder the switches to this board. So we've already done one row up at the top, but we have 1, 2, 3, 4 more rows to take care of. So we're going to get into that now. So let me get the iron heated up, and then we'll get our tip tinned and cleaned off. It looks a little messy there. One thing I forgot to do yesterday was make sure that my head wasn't in frame. So for today, while we're soldering, we're gonna zoom in a little bit here so that I don't make a mistake this time. So our iron has gone from room temperature up to 700 degrees Fahrenheit in about 15 seconds. So we're all heated up there. I'm going to just clean the tip off here in our mesh. Wait, let's see if I can get it in camera here. So we clean it in here like that, and it scrapes off all the oxidized stuff, all the gunk that's on the iron tip, and then we'll just tin it real quick. Just get some solder on there, and then we're gonna switch on our fan. So I went back and listened to the VOD a little bit, and you guys could not hear the fan at all. So I was like shouting into the microphone, and it was just like topping out, and that was really annoying. So this time I'm not going to shout over the fan because I know y'all can hear me. I'm actually really impressed with the ability for this microphone to do noise canceling like that and still pick up my voice. All right, so we're just going to hop right into it and just start soldering. I'll try and narrate as I go, but I'm pretty focused when it comes to the soldering process. I don't want to overheat any components or screw up my flow, so I might be a little quiet for a bit. But I appreciate you sticking around and hanging out. And hope everybody's week is going well. We're way past Wednesday at this point, almost done with Thursday, and you know what tomorrow is. Tomorrow is Friday. Best day of the week, as far as I'm concerned. Kudo, how are you? Welcome, welcome. Oh, and Izzy, thank you so much for joining. Izzy was just telling me about a herring adventure they had with a family of rabbits living in their yard. But sounds like it ended up in a good end, so I'm happy for that. Better situation than the little chicks that we had in our yard last year, where the mother bird made the nest in like a fence, our wooden fence, or sorry, our metal fence in my backyard that was below eye level, and the 3 little chicks did not make it. Something got them. We checked in on them a couple of times, and then the next day they were just totally gone. So sad, but it happens when they're not protected like that. Friday is... Oh wait, are we Thursday? Yeah, it's Thursday today. Friday is anticipation, good feelings. Yep. Yeah, rescued from a flood and re-nested. Mama came and fed them. Oh, that's awesome. I like that the mother came back. Like, it wasn't just like, oh, the mother abandoned it because, you know, for one reason or another. That's really nice. Solder's flowing pretty well today. Don't want to overdo it though. I think my hands are a little bit more stable today. Oh, that one needs a little more. Just gonna reflow that a bit, add a little bit more. I thought we were Wednesday, genuinely. Oh, really? I thought you were just messing with me. Yeah, it's Thursday. I know, the week's going by fast. I got a lot going on at the racetrack, but it is moving quickly, thankfully. I was about ready to throw my laptop out the window today, though. Team's really working me hard. But I got all you mechanics to support me in the evening. And I thoroughly appreciate that. Genuinely. So some good news today. I got, I've commissioned a really awesome VTuber artist. I mean, he's not a VTuber artist, but he's like a comics artist. He has like a really unique style to do like a commission of me in a cool like pose and scene that I was like kind of had an idea for. And he showed me the inks today, the work in progress, and I was really impressed with it. I'm really excited to see the finished piece. It's gonna be like a full color comic style piece, so look out for that soon. That's gonna be all over all over my socials, and I'm sure you'll see it in the schedule maybe for next week. We'll see when he finishes it. It might be ready for schedule next week. The artist is JD Bainfield, and he's an artist that's done some work for a couple of other VTubers I follow, and I just really like his Western comic style. But he does like, I don't know, it's just like a very unique, cool comic style. But he also, you know, does like a lot of art for, you know, VTubers that obviously are like more anime focused, and he just makes them look really cute and cool. And I was just so impressed with his work that I wanted to commission him. Wow, this one is not flowing for some reason. Okay. We might actually use the solder sucker on that and back it out. I don't have Bongo Cat here, but excitement is the same. Hell yeah. I know, we always tend to get excited for commissioned art. Come on. Alright, so I'm going to reflow this solder, and I'm going to suck it up. So what this is this is called a solder sucker. And what it does is when you can remelt the solder, and then if you don't like it, you can push the button on the side here, and it sucks it up into the nozzle. And then to get the junk solder back out, you simply push on the plunger, and you can see it's coming out the bottom there. So pretty cool little tool, and it works similarly to let me show you. Works similarly to this stuff. This is wick. It's a solder wick, and what you do is you lay this copper braid over the solder, and then you push down on the iron so it heats the solder underneath the braid, and then it gets sucked up into the braid, and then you can just toss out the braid, which is cool. So it's like two different ways to, yeah, it's basically like an undo button. So let's redo that joint, because I was not happy with that. I think I'm just coming at these at the wrong angle. I need to kind of come in more from the side. There we go. More like this, yeah. It's a big hole to fill. That's what she said. So you need a little bit more solder in there. And there you go. This one is very unique. I think I might turn the board for this one. This one really got to get it flowing in there. Very kind of odd joint. I'm gonna make sure my tip is clean. Let's see if I can get this here. Yeah, so you can see the tip cleaning a little bit better. My logo's in the way. Nah, that's a bad spot. Okay, you're just not gonna be able to see it. That's fine. Alright. Flip this back around. Alright, so that's... Oh, still got this bit here. Haven't totally finished this row yet. And, you know, once we get it done, like, we'll test it out and see every button is activating appropriately, every switch is activating, and then if, like, there's one or two that aren't, we'll just go back and we'll redo the solder. No big deal. But I tend to get it right on the first try. I wouldn't say I'm like an expert, but like I've got a lot of soldering experience now. I think I basically know what I'm doing. So I'm just gonna eyeball it real quick and just see how my joints look. They look alright. Some of these are a little overdone, but yeah, I don't think any of these are gonna be a problem, which is good. They want to look like a Hershey Kiss, basically. And it's hard to tell from the camera. Clean my tip. Gotta be careful when you're getting the... Yeah, put that microscope on it. Yeah, I can do that. Let me just clean that up, and then let me re-tin it before I put it back. Cool. Alright, let's get out the microscope. Turn off the fan for now. Okay. Let's see how we're doing. Yeah, baby. Looking good. It's hard to tell from a top-down angle because, you know, you can see the foot coming out there in the center, and you got a nice shiny joint around it, and then around that, the liquidy stuff is flux. So that's what we're going to be cleaning off once we're done soldering the backside. So we're gonna rub isopropyl alcohol. We're gonna scrub it a little bit, maybe with a toothbrush and some paper towels and microfiber cloth. See if I can tilt it. Yeah, it's hard for me to tilt. But you can see I've like basically filled up these like oblong holes with solder, because normally they look like this. So this is what the holes look like before I solder. So that one is like the oblong hole, and then, sorry, it's hard for me to manipulate the camera. Okay, there you go. And that's like the normal sized hole. So basically you heat up both the pad, the metal pad surrounding it along the lip, and the foot coming out from the switch. You heat them both up at the same time, so you have the iron touch both, and then you push in the solder on the iron to heat it up to 700 degrees, and then it flows down into those two components and bridges them together in a you know, metallic full circuit. So that's the basics of soldering. I probably explained that really badly, but I'm trying. There's a lot of guides out there for like properly soldering, doing good solder joints, and in fact, like NASA put out a really good paper back in the 50s, you know, when they were like really ramping things up and getting a lot of engineers on board, and put out like a really good guide on like what is proper NASA procedure for soldering circuit boards and electronics together. And I've actually read some of that and used it as like a guide for myself for doing this stuff. So when in doubt, go to NASA for their guides, even if they were published in the 50s, because they're still relevant today, because it's the same stuff. All right, let's put the fan back on. Get started on the next row. So I think we lucked out this time. I remembered to restart the modem before stream started, and we haven't had any drop frames so far, so I think we're good today. Looks like a good day for streaming. Still really haven't figured out what the deal is. Could just be my modem acting up, could be how I got my network configured, but... Or it could just be my ISP being terrible. But, yeah, I'll do my best to mitigate any downtime. Sometimes I feel the flux here, like, popping out of the solder itself, because there's flux in the core of this wire, and you can feel it kind of, like, spraying out a little bit, so, like, a little nip here and there will get, like, on your hand, and it's not, like, molten hot or anything, it's just like, oh, that just sprayed me. I've never gotten hurt from any of this stuff because I'm very careful. I'm very aware of what I'm doing and really paying attention to what I'm doing. Because it's very easy to burn yourself with an iron if you're not watching your hands or you're not paying attention. But all in all, like, if you're paying attention to what you're doing, it's still a very, very safe hobby. And I think it teaches you a lot about precision and just kind of improving your, you know, maneuvering your hands and being careful with the components you're dealing with. Just clean my tip. And I definitely encourage anyone who's like interested in this kind of thing to just get a reasonably priced iron, which are like, you can get a decent one for like $30-$35, and just pick up like some kits. Like they sell like kits on Amazon. Some of them, the instructions kind of suck, but they sell kits where you can buy like a little soldering practice kit for like $10 or $12, and it'll make like, you know, you can solder some like LEDs to a board and they'll just like light up with a little battery. And it's just like fun little projects just to kind of get you started in doing this kind of thing. Obviously, like, you need like a space to do it, right? But it's like, you really just need a table. Any table will do. The main factor you want to be careful of is just like if you're using lead solder, just make sure like you're being clean about it. Always wash your hands when you're done. Don't put your hands near your face. Don't eat or anything with, you know, lead after handling lead or anything like that. And definitely get one of these fans, exhaust fans with a filter to get the flux away from your face so you're not breathing in that stuff, because it's pretty nasty. What about hot swappable boards? Hot swappable boards? Yeah, you don't need to solder hot swappable boards. You just pop in those switches and you're ready to go. The cool thing is too, with, you know, solder boards like this, you can turn them into hot swappable boards by soldering in what they call mil-max sockets. So you can mil-max your board and then make it into a hot swappable board that way. Which is pretty neat. Just double checking things. The more you know. Yep. I know my keyboards. Ask me anything. Within reason. Yeah, when I was getting into this stuff, I was looking at like other electronics projects I could get into, and I've had a few ideas. I haven't acted on them, but I have a few ideas. I really want to get like a Raspberry Pi and what they call a breadboard, which is these boards that you can like stick wires into and do like simple circuits and things like that, and just try out like different projects. Like I have an idea for like a miniature drum type of thing that spins and lights up and makes noise. And if any of you have played Shin Megami Tensei 3 Nocturne, you know the Amala drums, which link the Amala network together, which you as the Demi-Fiend use to travel around the world. They have like demonic runes in them, and they light up and they spin and they make noise. I want to make one of those. That's like my cool project that I want to work on eventually, which is just make a miniature Amala drum. So maybe I could get it like modeled and 3D printed, and then assemble it right with like a Raspberry Pi, hook up like a motor to it, some LEDs, and a speaker, and then just make like a cool little miniature Amala drum. But yeah, I haven't like gone anywhere with that yet. It's just an idea. Just a cool hobby project. But now that I'm streaming Handcam stuff, I'm more inclined to kind of jump into those things and work on those more. Or at least figure out like what I need to do to get them going. Before I started tonight, I actually triple checked the switches again, just to make sure I had them in the right configuration, because I'm just so worried I'm going to solder something into the wrong socket, and then I'll just be upset. And I don't want that to happen. Alright, that's another row done. Let me check my work. It's like I'm making good joints. Pretty good overall. Yeah. This one, I can't tell what's going on. No, I did it. Okay. I did make that joint. Yeah, that looks good. This one, how do you get hair all over these things? It's just like, once you start looking up things up close, you're just like, where is this hair coming from? It's disgusting. And I'm just checking the old joints just to get a double check, another look, just to make sure I don't have to go back and reflow anything. Yeah, these all look pretty good. Okay, cool. Alright, let's move on to the next row. Where am I? Oh, I did all these. Okay. I'm like, there's so many holes, but I don't see any legs. So I'm pretty excited. I went to a keyboard meetup a few weekends ago, and I had a really good time because I met some folks there that I know from another Discord that's for keyboard enthusiasts. And everyone had a really good time. It was a lot of fun, like meeting people and talking about keyboards and bringing the cool boards and seeing what other people are into and asking questions and just chilling, hanging out, having a couple of beers. and they've announced the next meetup from the same group in July. So over the summer, I'm going to have the opportunity to go do that again. And this might be one of the boards I bring. We'll have to see. Don't know yet. I got a couple in mind that I'm interested in bringing. But meetups are really fun. Highly recommend if you're in like some kind of online group and you have the opportunity to go to like some kind of hosted meetup, either from like a vendor or just like an enthusiast group, and it's, you know, safe, of course, that you go check it out, because you might meet some really cool people. Same with conventions, really. As long as you're safe about it, you know people there. All right, trucking along here. Speaking of trucking along, tomorrow night, Friday night, we're going to be doing American Truck Simulator. I haven't even installed it yet, so I don't even know if it'll run. I'm sure it'll run. I'm sure I'll be fine. I'll have to do that later. And I want to make sure it works in my wheel. And pedals, of course, because that's important. That was actually... So, normally I space out the streams, like, a day apart, right? So I have, like, time to prepare and, like, make sure everything's working, because I'm just that kind of streamer. But I'm doing this tonight, so hopefully I'll get it done soon enough. I was going to ask if you'd ever do Truck Simulator. Yup, I am. So I played a lot of Euro Truck Simulator a while back, a few years back, but I've never played American Truck Simulator, so I'm excited to do American Truck Simulator. I haven't gotten any of the DLC, though. We'll see how it goes once I boot it up, because I think the base game probably has enough cities and routes to check out, and then I'll start thinking about DLC. But yeah, excited for American Truck Simulator. I don't know what the radio in the game is like, if that's able to be played on stream, or you gotta like do your own radio. So I might bring in some like royalty-free music to listen to while we're trucking along. I'll have to do my homework for that. Come on. Haven't checked it out either. I'll see how your experience goes. Yeah, we'll check it out. I was like considering, well, it's Friday night. It might be like a drinking type stream too, but like I think I want to like really make sure I'm I don't want to say good at the game, but like I know how to drive with the wheel and everything first before I make it like, all right, let's go drinking and trucking, because I know that's been a thing on Twitch not too long ago, is like have a few drinks and play American Truck Simulator. But it should be a good Zatsu game, because I can really like zone out. I know I could zone out when I was playing like Euro Truck Sim and basically just kind of autopilot around. It was actually very relaxing, just to like, you know, I just like those transport games, you know? It's like transport material from one place to another. That's why I don't want to say driving drunk, because I don't want to encourage any such behavior whatsoever. But yes, essentially driving drunk. What was I saying? Yeah, so like I like transport games. I like games where like you deliver stuff. So of course, one of my all-time favorite games, maybe my GOAT, is Death Stranding, the Hideo Kojima game. And I've been recently started another replay of that, because Death Stranding 2 trailer came out a while ago now. I think it was like over the summer. And I was very excited about that. So definitely looking forward to that. So we might play Death Stranding on stream sometime. I'm not sure. It is my favorite game currently. Uh-oh. Oh no, we're good. Okay, cool. I was like, there's too many holes here. Where's the switch? Alright, let's double check our work. Looks good, looks good. That looks good. Very cool. Okay. Good, good. Yeah, the crazy thing about this white colored circuit board is you can see like all the little flecks of flux all across the board. It's like little yellow drops. And it's gross. I want to clean it. All right, we're at the last row. Let's get to it. Oh, that's crazy. Crazy to see the solder like go from molten metal to solidified shiny metal. Just seeing that reaction happening. It's very fascinating. Oop. Sometimes if you move the wire of solder too far away from your iron, it'll like stop being molten metal again, and it's hard to move it, and it just gets stuck in there. And then you just have to like tap it, tap it with the iron to remelt it again. It's a bit of a weird joint because there's just so much empty space there. But I think we got it pretty good. My finger's getting way too close to the edge of the wire. So I've just got the solder on the, you know, the reel right here just on the table. But what I want to get is a reel where you can insert it vertically like this, and then you just pull it out. It's like a roller. And they actually have ones that are dual level, so you can put like this thicker wire on one roller, and then you put like a thinner gauge like above it, so you can have like a little tower of like two spools. So it's just really easy to just pull it out, and it just comes out really easily. So that's like on my wish list of soldering equipment I'm looking to get. I got a few items on there that I'm looking to get just to make my experience easier and make this go a little bit better. So one of the cooler tools I have, I'll just put this off to the side here. One of the cooler tools I have is this kind of helping hands. These little octopuses, Doc Ock grippers, so that they can hold things like circuit boards like up in the air while I work on them. So for example, you can, you know, grab it here and on the other side, and it'll hold it up in the air. And I actually find that makes the soldering job a lot easier because it's not pushing up against the silicone here, which is honestly, sometimes it feels like it's acting as like a heat sink, and it's pulling too much heat out of the iron and the joints and everything while you're soldering, and making it more difficult for the solder to flow. But there's like different versions of that. Like, how do I explain it? It's almost like a vise, and it can like, it has like two big feet, and then it can clamp. It has a clamp on either end, and it can clamp a circuit board like this and just hold it up in the air, and then it'll allow you to like turn it. So you can turn it on each side, so you can keep flipping it around, like depending on like what you're doing with your components. Like you're inserting them, and then you flip it over, and then you solder them and do it again. So that's something on my wish list I want to get sometime. Will certainly make some of these jobs a little bit easier, especially for the smaller smaller boards and smaller components. Okay, what else we got here? We got this one. This is a weird joint. So the one thing you definitely don't want to do while soldering is bridge joints together. So if you have components that have like their holes are relatively close together, you don't want to bridge them, as in you don't want the solder to make a connection between both, because then it's just gonna not work. So that's another thing you got to look out for when you're doing stuff like this. You know what? And I filled like one hole I shouldn't have, so I'm gonna reflow that and use the solder sucker to get it out. There we go. Perfect. Get my little no, I think it came out. No, it's actually stuck in the silicone there, so get my tweezers. Get that pulled out. I probably need to change the silicone end on this. It's seen better days. Oh, come on. There we go. It's like pulling teeth. Ugh. Oh, it's all gunked up in here. Just falling out in junky old pieces. There we go. There you go. Okay, cool. I saw a piece fall on the workbench. Just want to see where that went. Well, I'll find it. Okay, back to it. Just got 2 more to go, it looks like. Going in the wrong one. There you go. Fingers do not get so close. We don't want to get burned. There we go. Cool. All right, time to check our work. Looks good, looks good. Excellent, yep. Cool. That looks all right, that looks good. I want to reflow that last one. Just add a little bit more. Just a little bit. There we go. Just want to make the joint nice and shiny. Yeah, that's better. Okay, cool. Excellent. All right, so we've got all these switches in. So what I want to do now is I think I want to test it. So let's we're gonna zoom our camera back out. Shut off our fan. Cool. All right. So what does the build guide say? Solder all switches. Plug the 4-pin. Yep. Plug the 4-pin JST cable back into the PCB and test that all the switches register inputs. Okay, cool. Let's do that. Let's shut off our iron for now, because we should be done if we didn't screw anything up. I'll plug our cable back in, and then we're going to do a test. And I don't think I have any keyboard test software on here. So let me see if we can get Vile up on the good old Chrome browser with a incognito window. Vile keyboard, Vile home, download Vile. Okay, download. I'm just gonna install this real quick. So what I'm installing right now, it's a piece of software called Vile. It's one of the custom keyboard softwares that allow you to access the chips on the boards and reconfigure your key setup. And they also have a couple of other cool tools on them, like keyboard testing. So it'll highlight whatever keys you're pressing and then record what you pressed to make sure that everything is working properly. All right, so I'm going to hook up a USB cable here from my box of USB cables. I'm going to use, well, first of all, let me get the iron off of here. Put this off to the side for now. Come on. Okay. All right, so we're gonna hook up a little USB cable here. So I got this 4-port hub, and it's been super handy for this Handcam stream. I got 2 cameras plugged into it. I've got the lav mic receiver in it, and now I got a keyboard plugged into it. I don't want this to stretch too far, so I'm just gonna scoot the silicone mat over. Plug it in. Oh, we got Windows doop 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 doop. That's a good sign. Means it worked. It's still working. No devices detected. Hit refresh. Maybe I'll restart Vile. Maybe I needed another keyboard tester to do this. I seem to remember I needed to bounce between 1 or 2. No devices detected, or select file download via definitions. Download via definitions. Let's do that. We're going to enable support for via keyboards. Didn't really do anything. Let's see. Let's go get via keyboard software. So they got funny names like Via and Vile and all that. Via is named after Olivia, who's a well-known designer in the keyboard scene. She designed a set called Olivia, which I have a set of the 3rd release. Authorized device. Okay, here we go. Okay, cool. I was able to connect with Via. So, is there a downloadable version? No. Okay, it's just through the browser. Alright, whatever. Does it have a tester? Ah, okay. Alright, so I'm going to share the source with you guys. It's the browser. Share browser. Oh, I don't want to share browser. I want to share window. My bad. Window. There we go. Oh man, it just like came up. Cool. All right. So this is Via. And you can go mess with this right now if you go to usevia.app. We're going to use this to test keyboard. So just starting from the top and work our way over. Okay, nothing's happening. Layouts, macros, save and load, key map. Key tester, that's what we want. Okay, this is what I wanted. So we got escape, F, oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So far, so good. Sorry, is that too loud? Is it actually playing the system sounds? I don't even think I added them. Add audio output capture. This one. All right, see if that works again. Okay, yeah, I can see it. Let's turn that down. There you go. Okay, let me know if that's too loud. All right, so we got the top row. And then this row, we're good. We did all this. Page up, page down. All right, third row, caps lock A, S, D, F, G, H, J, K, L, colon, apostrophe, enter. Good. All right, fourth row, shift, Z, X, C, V, B, N, M, comma, period, question mark, right shift, and then arrow keys up, left, down, right, left control, Windows key. Oop, we hit Windows key, so my Windows key, my start menu came up. Left alt, space. This is function, I think it's tied to function. That's why it's not coming up. And then right control. So function, so if we hit function 1, we're gonna get F1, F2, F3. Okay, cool. So function is working. All right, so literally every key on the board is working. That is a huge win. That's a huge dub. Very happy about that. We'll just, for completion's sake, we'll just do all the F keys here. Oh, I just put my helmet on. You found out what my hotkeys are for putting my helmet on. Okay, cool. And then this one should be... Okay. Okay, so yeah, the owner of the keyboard can use Via here to configure their keys, set different layers. So right now... What do we got? So this is the basic layout, and then up here we're at layer 0. So when you hold down the function key, which is this MO1 that I have highlighted, if you do that and then you go to layer 1, you can see escape is the tilde, and then it goes all the way through the F keys to whatever that mapping is. I'm not sure what that means. That's like a hex value. But any of these keys can be rebound. So you can use Via to rebind any of these layers, and you can set as many as 4 entire layers through the board, depending on like what function keys you're pressing together combination wise. And then there's the encoder here, which we haven't installed yet, but we'll test that out once we get it installed. So yeah, very happy with that. Glad we got Via to recognize the board, and it all tests out, and it looks like we're good to move on. So very cool. All right, so let's unplug the board. And then what's next? All right, we plugged it back in, unplugged the USB-C cable and the 4-pin JST cable, so we're gonna pull this back out. Perfect. Step 5, orient the encoder daughter board as shown. Insert the rotary encoder into the daughter board as shown. Solder. Oh, I still have to solder the daughter board. Well, that's fine. We're just going to put the board off to the side for now. And make sure that's not going anywhere. Okay. This is the encoder. And this is the daughter board that the encoder goes into. So we'll go zoom back in again. And then I'm gonna get my iron back out because I'm dumb. It's a bad idea to put it away. But I'm happy that the board is working at least. Plug this guy back in. And it goes from, what are we at? 160 degrees to 300, 400, 500, 600, 670, 680, 700. So it heats up to 700 degrees that fast. It's pretty awesome. Really no waiting around. Okay, so I'm looking at the diagram here from the daughter board. And it looks like... Oh, I have it upside down, that's why. Okay, so it looks like that. And then the encoder goes like this. It's got a little like notch here it's got to fit into. Ah, I see. Okay. The legs are pretty. You just gotta kind of pinch one or two of these legs in, because they're fragile. They get like out of whack during shipping and all that. So sometimes you gotta just kind of finagle them. Go in, you butt. You little shit. There we go. Come on. Just trying to get everything in without bending the pins, right? Sometimes this requires some tweezer action. I'm gonna pull this out. And I'm gonna straighten this one pin because it's the one that's bothering me. Sometimes just your finger is good enough. Like, you don't need tweezers. Sometimes your fingers are the most precision tool you have. Alright, we're going to slide that in. There we go. Alright, now we got the encoder in the daughter board, and then we're going to solder it as is. So I'm actually going to use the helping hands for this because it is a small component, and I don't feel confident just kind of like doing it right on the mat like that. So the only problem with my helping hands is that the bottom, the screws become loose on these hands. So I definitely want to replace this at some point because I'm not altogether too happy with it. But all I got to do is just tighten up these screws on the underside because they get loose pretty easily. Come on, hands, work. There we go. This one got really loose. I don't know what the heck happened there. It's like I'm not like moving this thing around a lot, so it's just weird. Okay. Alright, so we're gonna get this elevated with the hands. Just make sure we're not pinching any components that we don't want pinched. And I definitely want it like stable because we're going to be like pushing the iron into it. Don't want that one. Actually, let's do this. That's really close to the pins. That's really close to the Yeah. I think I can do it just like this. But I want to get it like kind of flat. There we go. We definitely want to make sure that the encoder is flush with the board. But this one sticks in really easily. It's got nice like feet to keep it in there. I'm wondering, yeah, I can do it with this size of tip. Sometimes you get to these smaller components and you want to use like a finer soldering tip, but sometimes the bigger one is just easier to deal with because it puts a lot more heat into the component, into the pad. Oh, I want to get my fan on, so I want to breathe this stuff in. Okay, let's do it. Sorry if you can't see. I'm gonna try and get you a good angle here. You don't need a lot of solder here, just enough. Just want to get a nice flow. Make sure we get both the leg and the pad connected. That looks perfect. Easy. Easy. Yeah, moon. Yeah, I know, it's this stupid moon shape. It's like I think I ordered like a rectangular shape, and you could get like one of 4 shapes, and they ended up sending me the moon for some reason. I was like, all right, whatever. Sure. Anyway, so just gonna check our work there. That looks really good. I know you can't see it on the camera there, but I'll show you in the microscope. Get a microscope look. There you go. You can now, when I show you this one, you can see it better. So it's got that Hershey Kiss look to it, right? Where you've got it completely filling in the pad, and it's got a good coat on the lower half of the leg there. So that one looks good too. So those are some good joints. Same with these. Let me focus that better. Refocus this. There you go. Those are examples of very nice joints. I'm very proud of that. Cool. All right. All right, let's get the helping hands out of here. All right, what's next? Orient the encoder daughter board, insert the rotary encoder, slot of the encoder. Step 6, remove the screws from the weight in the bottom case. Yada yada. Okay. Doesn't look like we're gonna be testing the encoder. We're just gonna roll with it, which is fine. Okay, cool. So at this point, I do want to clean the boards. I want to get the flux off there. So again, we're gonna turn off our soldering iron, move some of this stuff out of the way. And now that well, I'll leave the pad on here for now because we're gonna be cleaning. First off, I'll just do the daughter board. So I'm gonna put on gloves for this. So I have some vinyl gloves because we're gonna be handling very strong isopropyl alcohol, which is a solvent. And we just want to protect our skin. So I got Solimo 99% isopropyl alcohol. So this is great for cleaning circuit boards, getting the flux off. Zoom our camera back out again. There we go. And what we're gonna do is grab, we're gonna grab a trash can. I'm gonna be using here. And use that to give it a good scrub. Get the nooks and crannies. Alright, so I got my paper towels, got my alcohol. This one just needs a little bit. Really not that much flux on there, but just boop. Get some on the paper towel. And then just start rubbing it in. So the great thing about 99% alcohol is it evaporates very quickly. So it's really just kind of self-cleaning, right? Get all that in there. Get the flux out of there. Just give it a nice clean look. Because I've heard over time too, like if you leave the flux on there, it has the potential to kind of like degrade the components, just kind of gum things up. We don't want that. We want this board to last forever, hopefully. Yep, that looks good. Alright. So that's one down. I can do the board. Set the encoder off to the side for now. Let that dry off. So there's one tip I got from the guy who runs micparts.com, which is where I bought my microphone and I built it as a kit. Basically just like get the alcohol in the paper towel here and then just shred it across the surface. And he's just like, yeah, it cleans it really well, and like all the crap, like the bits of paper towel just go off into the trash. And just works really well. It's better than just, you know, fucking around for a while with the brush and smearing all the flux around. So that's what I'm doing now. I'm just kind of getting the paper towel on it, shredding the paper towel, cleaning off all that excess flux, and letting it drop into the trash can. Probably not working as good as I wanted to, but we're getting there.
Oh no, my shoes!
Hey, thank you so much for the follow. Big Nishi, hello Nishi, how are you? So glad to have you. How have you been? Buy any cool boards lately? For the sake of the stream, I'll shred this over my workbench so you can see what I'm doing. Nishi's one of my key buddies from another Discord. She sold me one of the extra sets of Cam Soaring Skies, so I've got a nice complete set of that. Even though I'm only using like a quarter of that set to go on my DD40 right now, which is a shame because it's probably the coolest set I have. Just finished building Dino 104 today, and I'm also working on a Saturn 60 build. Ooh, nice. Yeah, I know a few Dino owners. That's really cool. I'm excited. I gotta get another board of my own sometime. I have so many cap sets I want to put on things, but I just don't have the right color schemes. You know, everyone says you can do like white or black or whatever and they'll match with anything, but I don't know. I like colors. I like themes. I still want to get a Pluto. I really missed out on that. I just didn't have the money at the time. I was into other stuff. And the wine red and the green really stood out to me. But those are both totally out of stock now. I think the only ones they have left are like black and blue or something like that. Alright, I'm gonna get in there with the toothbrush. How am I gonna do this? I'm gonna get some more on the paper towel. And for those joining us today, I'm sorry about the mic quality. It's really bad. It's because I'm using a lav mic, because it lets me move around the workbench easier. And next stream we'll be back to our my studio mic. I think if I do enough of these hand cams, I'll get a studio mic down in my garage here. But just not ready to invest in that yet. I got other things I want to spend my money on. So this coming month, I'm hoping to get a capture card so we can do N64 games and other stuff. So that's like my next big investment. And I got a couple of friends that are also looking into getting capture cards themselves. Alright, it's coming off. We're getting there. Just making a mess. But hey, what are workbenches for, you know? This stuff is just really in there. Shred, shred, shred. Okay, we're about halfway there. It's looking better. Get rid of that. I think I've gotten better at this. It used to be I just kept stabbing my fingers on the joints over and over again. And that's happening less this time. I think it's because I just don't want to tear the gloves. So I'm just being a little more careful. Yeah, this is looking good. I'm not going to get it perfect, but I just want to get all the nasty yellow flux off of here. I also don't want like the stickiness you get when you like kind of spread the flux around if you're not really cleaning it very well. That's annoying. We don't want sticky board. We want a nice shiny clean board. What the hell? Almost done. Just a couple more here. Now we gotta brush the workbench off. Ew, what is this purple stuff? It's like some kind of dye. Oh, my eyes are burning. Alright. Got a good clean in there. Got most of the flux off. Looking pretty good. Just wipe it down. Let the alcohol do its thing. Set this off to the side. Put the cap back on the alcohol here. It's like burning. Okay. Alright. So let's get this all cleaned up. Luckily with these silicone mats, you can just whoop right into the trash. This one's gonna need some cleaning. Soap and water. Get a lot of the lead and crappy residue off. But we're done soldering for now, so I'm going to put it on the side, put it off on my shelving. Sorry for the slapping. Just slapping my shit everywhere. Learning so much right now. I thought putting foam into my 65% was going to be super intimidating. I was wrong. Yeah, foam is like one of the easiest mods you can do. I've done that for most of my boards that didn't come with foam or anything like that. You know, pre-built. Some aluminum stuff that I've just kind of put together myself. And yeah, like just taking off the screws and plopping some foam in is just really easy. And you can use anything. Like I went to Michael's and I just used the, let me show you. Just this stuff. It's like 3mm foam board. Very thin. What does it say? Creatology foam sheet. Yep, it's just like a 12x18. And then like, you know, you just kind of eyeball it, mark it out where you want it, and then grab the old utility knife and whoop, cut it to the size you want, pop it in. And then you got a nice, much better sound, much more muted sound, rather than the hollow sound you'd get if it was just like all metal. Yeah, definitely try it. It's super easy. All right, we're done. We're done cleaning. Take off our gloves. Throw those out. Cool. All right, let's get the self-healing mat back out. For our work area here. Oh, let's put the lead away. Lead solder. And then I'll probably go wash my hands real quick. Okay. Just keeping our area clean. All right. Washing the hands. If I lose you, I will. Don't know if you can hear me from all the way over here. All right, what do we got next? Back to the build guide. Okay, step 6, remove the 4 highlighted M3 0.5mm, 6mm screws to remove the weight in the bottom case. Okay, so we got to get the case back out. Just setting the board off to the side here. And here we go. Just be careful pulling it out. Okay. All right, so what do we need for these? We need the hex bit. Or is it a dime? Yeah, hex. Okay, cool. Let's see what I got. I think one of these is it. Get our wow stick out again. Oh, open this end. Alright, what bit is going to fit in these? I think this one? Yeah, that works. Okay. Remove these. Oh, let's get our magnetic screw pad out. And just to keep things organized, I've also got this little cutie. This multicolored screw holder. It's just, you know, just a cute little bin to put your screws in. I don't know why I'm doing this by hand when I have a screwdriver right here. Sometimes the brain just don't do what you think it done. Like, you have these tools, just save yourself some energy. Alright, remove these screws to remove the weight in the bottom case, okay? I see. Okay, wow, look at that. Cool. It's all green around the inside here. So the top of the case, it's got like a transparent plastic here. Yeah, the color is awesome. I wish it was more teal. I was saying this yesterday. I wish it was more teal, but the green is still very nice. On the camera, it looks more blue, but in real life, it's very green. All right. Step 7. Remove the 8 highlighted screws to remove the mounting bracket from the top case. Cool. So this needs a much smaller... Wait a minute. That looks weird. Is it doing this from the... Or is it talking about this? Yeah, it's talking about this part. Okay. Put this off. I think it's the same size. It's called the mounting bracket. This is such a great build guide. I'm very impressed with this. The diagrams are very clear. They put a lot of effort into it, which I absolutely appreciate. Step 8. Okay, so we take this off. Cool. Step 8, take the assembled encoder daughter board and the polycarbonate mounting bracket. Use nylon screws and screw the daughter board into the mounting bracket as shown. Okay. Is that what these are? Yeah, those are the 4 nylon screws. Okay, cool. Alright, so how does this go? Oh, I see. Okay. Yeah, I get it. Okay. Okay, so this is the polycarb mounting bracket. Then we take the daughter board with the encoder on it, and that slots in here. We just want to make sure we got the right orientation. Okay, it's only 3 screws. Ah, I see. Okay, cool. Caution, the threads in the polycarbonate are fragile. Be gentle and do not force the screws if they do not rotate easily. Okay. I'll do it by hand. I'll just be very gentle. There's not enough torque in the WoW stick to really hurt anything, but I just want to be absolutely sure. Sorry, they're very small screws. There you go. Itty bitty. Itty bitty boys. There we go. Alright, what size is going to fit these? What do I have in my arsenal here? This one? Probably go bigger than that, but that's got a pretty good bite to it. I like that. Alright, so we need a little bit of elevation here. So I'm just going to lift that up, get my finger in there. I might start it with the motor, and then just finish it by hand. There we go. Let's get it started. Same with this one. And then the third one. Cool. Okay. All right. So we just want to get it aligned correctly. That's pretty good. And then we'll hand tighten it. All right. I think I need a bigger bit. It's not biting like I thought it would. Next size up looks like this guy. Get in there. Huh. I think that's just it. That's just, yeah. Yeah, okay. Good enough. It's very solid. Not going anywhere. Don't want to mess with the polycarb. Be gentle and do not force the screws if they do not rotate easily. Okay, we're done. Excellent. Step 9. The note bit below this says, change this image to reflect new gaskets. I don't know if they changed that image to reflect the new gaskets. But we're going to roll with it. Using a sharp pair of scissors, cut the gaskets from the sheet along the indicated lines. Take care not to cut the actual gasket. Well, thank you for telling me. Okay. Get our gaskets. Step 10. For each gasket shown, remove the adhesive backing and stick to the mounting bracket as indicated in the diagram. Okay, so again, that's our polycarb mounting bracket. So basically there's indentations here, and you fit a gasket in each one of these. So it's going to be, we cut them out, and then we plop them in, plop one in, plop one in. So there's going to be 3 up at the top, 3 at the bottom, and then it looks like there's 1 here off to the side. So I got a nice pair of scissors here. And yeah, I'm just going to cut them all out. Black on black. Oh, you can flip them over and they're white on the other side, so that works. I don't think I've ever had to do this before on a board. The couple of times I had to install gaskets, they all came kind of like pre-cut. Guess they save some costs by doing it this way. Shaved a little more off than I wanted. A little trash bin here. Whole bunch of these. Or I'm not damaging anything, I'm just kind of cutting right up against it. Oh my gosh, it's 9:30 already? How did that happen? Holy smokes. I'm like, oh, I just got started. We did the soldering and now we're doing this. And it's like, damn, 90 minutes have passed already. But I promise we'll get this done tonight. I don't want to do another stream of this. So thank you all for coming out tonight. Especially for an unscheduled stream. There we go. Alright, getting there. Gotta say, the keyboard assembly is a lot more fun with people hanging out. People to talk to. It's a bit of a lonely process on your own. But the end result's always worth it. The underside of these is so gross. It's like what happened to these things? It's just the manufacturing process, I'm sure. It's funny. Oop. Go. Just cutting all the little tabs off the end. Somewhere else. Just 3 more to go. All right, got all our gaskets clipped, cut out. The adhesive backing. So we're gonna do that. So we're just peeling off the back side of the gasket here. So it's adhesive. And then placing it in the little channel, which is where it'll push up against the other part of the casing and give it a nice tight fit. And I don't know why, it's always stressful for me to place things like this that use adhesive and they're sort of like, you're doing it by hand, because I want it to be perfectly straight. And sometimes in my intensity to get it perfectly straight, I just totally jack it up and make it like go sideways. But you know, it's like, this is part of the board, like once you install it, no one's ever going to see it again, because who the heck's going to open the board? You're just going to forget about it in a week. So don't stress too hard over it, you know. But these little nubbins are annoying me. So I'm going to shave it down just a little bit more. It's for my own personal preference. There you go. Oh, mechanics, we're getting there. We are going to build this board. And we are going to do a typing test. And I'm going to hit 105 words per minute. Because that's how I roll. Guaranteed. Maybe not with punctuation. With punctuation, I can hit 95. But without punctuation on monkey type, 105 easily. Might follow up with a sound test too in a couple of days. Get the nice mic on it. Oh wait, we don't need a long one for that. We need like a medium-sized one. Yeah, this one. Take care not to stretch the gasket. Okay. Not exactly pulling on it. Appreciate all the little warnings though. Because I might do something like that. Alright, the little guy. Little guy goes in here. Just little guys. There we go. Cool. Okay, so we did the polycarbonate mounting bracket, and now we do the other side? No. Wait a minute. Ah, we do the top casing. So the top casing comes next. Okay, cool. Nice. All right. Yep, looks like same type of gaskets. 3 on top, 3 on bottom, and then 1 little guy off to the side. This one I can see a lot better because it's not that clear polycarbonate. It's black aluminum. Medium is going to go down there. This just slots right in. 3 down, 4 to go. I'll just flip it like that, make it a little easier. Never be afraid to move things on your workbench, right? Like don't maneuver yourself around the thing. Just move the thing to make it easier for you to work on it. No sense in turning yourself into a pretzel. Even though pretzels are delicious. You too can become delicious, like a pretzel. Cool. Oh, and the little guy. Looks like there's 3 extra gaskets here. That's nice. They really did include like 1 extra of everything, which is pretty dope. I think this is honestly like the nicest build experience I've had. Just with the range of parts and the directions and the diagrams. Very impressed. Oop. I got that a little off. Gotta scoot it over in there. Shoot. Actually, I'm gonna... No, nah, it's in there. It's in there pretty good. Okay. Just looked up the build guide. It's nice. Yeah. Yeah, and I linked it yesterday when we were starting off. If anyone else wants to follow along, this is the guide. We're on step 11, so we're about to jump into step 12. Sorry, get a drink. All right. Line the plate and the PCB in the top case. The plate and the PCB. Okay. Cool. It's just pushing up. Okay. The plate is best aligned when it is equidistant from all sides. Got it. Okay. Yeah, it has a little bit of wiggle room in there, so we want to get it right in the center. Carefully place the mounting bracket into place. Screw the 8 highlighted M3 screws into place in the indicated order, beginning with 1. Oh wow, they even numbered it? Holy shit. Damn. So those 8 screws, those are the ones we pulled out from before. So we're gonna pop those right back in. Where's my bit? Is this the one? I think this is the one. Yep. Let's get this crap out of here. Okay. Carefully place the mounting bracket into place. Cool. Yeah, there really isn't much wiggle room for the, Oop. See some paper towel here on the circuit board. Just check it real quick. Yeah, I don't think I see. Oop, there's no one. Okay, now we're good. Alright, so line this up. Screw the screws. So we start with 1, that's the top right corner. Wow, it'd be great if I put my bit in my in my screwdriver. We're just gonna hand tighten it. Okay, we'll back that out a little bit. 2 is over on the left here. Then we got 3, bottom right. And then we got 4 up here. At this point, I think there's enough tension. Doesn't really matter, but we're gonna follow the guide because that's what I do. 7. And then 8. And then we'll go back over them and tighten them up. But first, before I do that, I just want to look at the board on the other side just to make sure that it's kind of equidistant. Nice, nice. Look at that. Isn't that cool? That is super cool. Cool. All right. Screw, indicated order. Okay, we're gonna tighten them back up. just use the torque of the WoW stick and no more. That should be enough. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, we're all tight. Okay, so we'll put this off to the side because we're gonna need the base. And this is it's got a nice weight to it. This is heavy, but it looks so cool. Just this wedge. All right. Screw the unified C daughter board using the 4 M2 4mm screws. Didn't I use those though? Let me take a look at my parts again. I feel like I'm missing screws here. I really do, because this was all that came with it. This bag here had all the screws in it, and it had 4 of those little ones, and then like 1 extra of those other ones. Oh, I'm so stupid. Ah, they're in the board. They're literally in there. I'm so dumb. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry, my mechanics. My mechanics are laughing at me right now. They're like, you moron. You idiot. Okay. Freaking out. I'm like, where are the screws? Where are they? They're in there. They're already in there. You just unscrew them and pull them out. That's not the right bit. I need a bigger one. This one? Yeah, that one works. Okay, screw the unified C daughter board into the weight. Right here. Hey Matthew, how you doing? How are you tonight? Or whatever time zone you are in. Woke up from a food coma, hell yeah. Got the itis, huh? Hey Saku, how are you? I tried to pop into your stream earlier today and then I had another meeting. Whisk me away. I miss the days where I could just work and have streams on all day and like chat with people. Someday I'll get back to that. Just not right now. Korean fried chicken, hell yeah. Was it bb.q? I have a bb.q near me. It's expensive, but it's really good. Might get that this weekend. Kind of tradition now. We got the Miami Grand Prix coming up this weekend. practice starts tomorrow, qualifying on Saturday, and the race on Sunday. So might get BB.Q to go with that. Nah, Pelicana. Oh, Pelicana. Being a whole 14 gremlin again? Yeah. It's all good. Korean is Jongro. Cool. The only place around here for Korean fried chicken is BB.Q, so I've literally never had anything else. But I'd love to try another place. We do have a couple of other Korean joints around here. We've got a really nice KBBQ place that does like an all-you-can-eat. That's really, really good. Want to go back there soon, but it costs money. All right, so we got the unified darter board in. Step 15, connect the 14-pin JST cable to the PCB shown in red. Okay, so we're getting the PCB back out here. Flip it over. Four pin, that's this one. I'm just gonna make sure. Okay, the pins are at the top. So yeah, I want to do this. This is a little tricky. And then I actually kind of want my tweezers. Where did my tweezers go? Oh, they're hiding. Kind of slot that in. There you go. Just kind of push it in. Get it seated. Excellent. All right, so connect the 4-pin JST cable to the PCB shown in red. Connect the 5-pin JST cable to both the PCP and the encoder daughter board. You may need to tuck the extra cable underneath the mounting bracket. Okay. Oh, they're right there. Okay. It's a fairly long cable for what this is, but that's cool. Just want to see where the pins are. They're up at the top. They're up at the top. Up at the top. This one's gonna have to like twist, I think. Wait. Gotta get some lighting in here. Alright, I think I have it figured out. Alright, so we're gonna put the one on the top for, well actually let's put the one on the bottom first because that's actually probably gonna be easier. Yeah. Just gonna get my fingernail in there and push it in. There we go. It's in. Big ham! Big ham! I gotta learn how to say the thing you say in Portuguese. The Brazil! Blah, 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 blah. I love that shit. It's so funny. I know there's a lot of like censor audio in there. It's so good. It's like I crave hearing a raid because I want to hear you say it. Alright, so this needs to get like tucked in here somehow. So you may need to tighten the extra cable length underneath the mounting bracket. Okay, fine. It looks like it needs a little twist too, so I'm going to twist the ribbon cable here and just very gently tuck it in there. Oh, come on. It's not soldering that's difficult. It's like maneuvering your fingers to get these stupid little cables plugged in. That's what I'm struggling with right now. But I think once we're past this, we're in the clear. I'm just so scared of like breaking it. There we go. Alright, I want to get kind of glad I didn't cut my nails too close today because I can get myself in there and get it pushed in. And then this one's coming out. This one's like trying to escape. Alright, so we're going to tuck in the cable here. It's got this nice little compartment. Hey, CLO, hello. Been here for a while, but Cashew was holding me hostage. Yeah, I mean, cats come first, right? Cats always come first, except when you gotta like get work done and they're trying to get in your lap, and then you shut the door so that they go away. But they don't go away. They keep scratching at your door until you open the door, and then feed them or pet them or whatever. Ah, my life. All right, we've connected both pins. I don't think they're gonna come out. I think we're okay. Step 16, hold the case, top case above the weight carefully. Okay, so we're gonna get the weight back here. Above the weight carefully and plug the other end of the 4-pin JST cable into the Unified C daughter board. Can do. And then place the top case onto the weight. So what we gotta do is we gotta hold this like this and then slip the slip this in here into the daughter board. Man, everything I talk about on this build is just like lewd and like opportunities to say that's what she said. It's like the hole, it's too big, it's too small. Slip the wire into the daughter board. It's like, shut up. Cat jail. The cat has acquired its pillow. Good. Good. Yeah, sometimes cats just need like a nice blanket to shut them up. So my two cats are constantly fighting, not fighting, but like passive aggressively fighting over this purple towel. And it's literally just like an old generic cotton bath towel that like I wouldn't use anymore because it's just so old, but they love it. You put it on like the futon in the one room and it's like all they want to lay on now. I don't know why, it's just like that towel. I think it must be like the texture and the smell. Oh my dude, I really gotta get this in there. Oh, this is so annoying. Because I gotta hold this with one hand and then like tuck the wire in with the other hand. Yeah, you've had it for so long it smells like you, yeah. Cats are weird. Very much creatures of smells. I don't know what I'm trying to say, I'm sorry. Oh, come on, buddy. Go in there. I thought we were in the clear after that last wire, but this one is... I just gotta get enough slack to get it like aligned. And then once... Yeah, there we go. There we go. Yes. And I can get the tweezers in there and just gently like push it in. Yeah, there we go. Excellent. Okay, cool. All right. Hold the case, blah, blah, blah. Place the top case onto the weight. All right, so we're gonna very gently place the case. Hopefully it slots into that channel there, the wire. Okay, that went in pretty easy. While placing the top case, ensure that the 4-pin cable follows the cable channel in the weight. I mean, I think it did. Yeah, I can see it did. Okay, cool. We just don't want to pinch it. This is best done with the weight and bottom case flat on your workspace. Well, I can't get any flatter than this, right? All right, step 17. Screw the 4 highlighted M3 screws to join the mounting bracket to the weight. Yep, okay, cool. So we got these guys here. Get my WoW stick back out. I think this... Nope, that bit's too small. I need a bigger bit. I'm glad everyone showed up just in time for the grand finale here, where we put all the caps on. Though I will say that soldering is probably the most fun. It's the most fun I have. That bit's too big. Where's the one I used? This one. No, it's not a hot swap board. I soldered all this, yeah. So probably about the first like 30 minutes I was just soldering the switches in. Yeah. And yeah, we're gonna run SA Geoma on this board, which is an awesome cap set. I'm showing it off yesterday. What the hell? Oh, I wasn't totally lined up. Okay, now I'm lined up. Oh my god, I needed to like go down in there. What the hell? Okay, we're good. Just go. I've only soldered once to reinstall battery onto a Game Boy Color cartridge. Never again. Oh man. Yeah, battery replacement in old cartridges is a pain. I went to a used video game store one time in Pennsylvania at one of those like Amish markets, and they had, and like they're not all Amish there, but like there are a bunch of shops there that are Amish, and they had a used video game store there where you could buy like Game Boy Color and Game Boy Advance games, and for every purchase they would give you a free new battery with the cart. Like they'd change it there right in front of you, which is pretty cool. I've never seen anyone else do that, but maybe it's more common than I think. My first soldering job was I had a crappy old Radio Shack soldering iron, and I soldered a blue LED to a GameCube controller, and my GameCube controller had like a transparent bottom, so I hooked it up to the rumble pack, so whenever the controller rumbled it would flash the blue light. It'd be extremely annoying, but I thought it was like the coolest shit. So I'd be playing like Melee with like friends, and it would just like and then like flash the blue light everywhere and blind everybody. And then I didn't solder again for like 15-20 years after that, whatever.
Oh no, my shoes!
Oh, thank you so much, Vite. How you doing? Thank you for the follow. I'm getting so close to affiliate now. I can taste it. That's like my only goal for this year is to get affiliate, so I can get you guys those emotes. What was I doing? Build guide. What kind of emotes do you want to get? I have emotes. I commissioned a set of 10 emotes. Do I have them here? I think I have them here. Hold on. Let me show you. Yeah, they're really adorable. Let me go to my assets folder. I'm on my Handcam streaming PC right now, so it's not like totally set up with everything I already have, but let me see if I can grab them, because I really love them. I want to show them off. Where are they? It's under assets. I tried learning how to solder for LED lights, but my inability to do math is a hindrance. What was the project? Like, did you need to calculate like your own voltages and things like that? Because I've like mapped out how I want to do some strip lights in my basement. And it didn't really require that much math, but maybe your project's a little more advanced than mine. Oh, okay, it's under commissions, that's right. I have like everything in my Owen folder like totally mapped out into all kinds of different categories, but then I can't find anything because I'm like, oh, what folder is it in again? Yeah, for miniature terrain, so a lot less complicated. Oh, cool, miniature terrain. So like Warhammer or train sets or Lego. Here, I'm gonna take a screenshot of the emotes real quick. 1 second. No, you're good. Thank you though. Thanks, Cielo. Alright, here we go. Image. There we go. These are the emotes. These are by Rhea Bear. She is on VGen. So if you search Rhea, R-I-I-A, she should show up. She's also a streamer. She's like a bear VTuber. Sometimes she's a Peakman. She's got a few different models, but she's usually a bear. So yeah, I'm really happy with those. But I had forgotten that you actually, when you first get affiliate, you actually get 5 animated emotes too, so I'm gonna have to commission some animated emotes. But I figured I'll pick the best 5 of the static ones from here and see what I want to do. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Yep. More bear VTubers. Add them to the bear swarm. Okay. So yep, we got that all screwed in. Let me just check my make sure everything's tight. Feels good. Just want to give it a once over look, make sure like, oh man, it's heavy. Make sure everything's nice and tight. This is a beautiful board. It's really gorgeous. Okay, remove the feet from their adhesive backing and apply. So we got to put the feet on the back. Oh, just be very careful. We're flipping it over. It's so funny touching these aluminum boards because like you touch them with like your sweaty hands and you smudge them and you're just like, oh no, I've dirtied. I've ruined this board. Now I will have to wipe it off. So we got 1 foot here and then 1 foot here. I'm going to be very careful. I align it correctly. Nope. Put it in too high. The adhesive isn't super sticky, so it's pretty easy to realign it. And they gave me extra feet too. There we go. Okay, we got it slotted in. It's kind of weird. It's like the tolerances are just so close. It's almost like you want to take an X-Acto and cut off a little bit of it. Yeah, that might need to get shaved. Well, we got extras, so we'll just leave it as it. Oh, wait, I think I got it. Maybe if we massage it with the with our wood spoon here. Yeah. Yeah, that got it in there. Okay, if you give it a little massage. That works. Cool. Alright. The other foot in. Massage the feet. I'm not stretching the feet. I'm not stretching the feet. There's literally the only fly in the garage resting on my hand right now. Please go away, fly. Alright, this one's seated in a little bit better. Tucked in there. Cool. Yeah, clear feet are nice. Boom. Ooh, that feels good. Okay, take care not to stretch the feet. When you flip the board, the rotary encoder will stick out. Please be gentle. Oh, yeah. Slide the dial onto the rotary encoder. Let's get out the dial. Well, I don't want to lose these feet, so put them back in the bag. Put all this back in the bag. And put that in the case before I put in a place I will lose it. Okay. Okay, let's get the rotary encoder on. No, it just slides on. It doesn't have a one of those like screws that come in from the side to tighten it. It's a nice big one too. That's what she said. Ooh, yeah, look at that. Rotary. All right, you're all done. Just add keycaps of your choice and enjoy. Cool. So I'm really bad at putting in keycaps from memory, so I'm actually going to go to the photo. We're going to pull up the photo to use as reference, so I'm going to use this one as reference. So I'll pull that up on my screen. Okay, so we're gonna start with escape. So we have this nice Hebe artisan, this artisan cap, metal for SA Gioma. We're gonna use that as the escape. Ooh. Feels good. All right, so number keys come first. So SA, or Signature Plastics, kind of packages some things a little weird. Sometimes they come in baggies, like literally just sandwich bags. Like all the caps just get dumped into a sandwich bag. It's kind of depressing, honestly. But this time they package them in these like cut out cardboard bits. But this is all just like shrink wrapped. So I'm just gonna take a knife on the side and just cut the sides open and then just pull them out. And then I'll find a bin to put the extras in. So we're just gonna very carefully go along the outside edge here. Slice that. And what's cool about Signature Plastics is they're actually made in the USA. Their factory is here in the US, and they actually do all the manufacturing here. Sad news is the couple that owns the company, I think they're retiring and they're selling off the company. I haven't been keeping up with the news, so I don't know if they've sold it off yet or if they're in that process. So hopefully whoever buys it up keeps making caps, because we always need more cap makers. And I appreciate, you know, stuff that's made in America. More jobs, always a good thing, as long as they're not taking advantage of anybody. Damn, this is really shrink wrapped here. Ugh. Yeah. I just don't want to like flip them all over. I almost wish they came in a bag at this point. Come on. It's just very sticky. Yeah, don't pull this off like a band-aid, they'll go flying. Yeah, definitely not going to do that. Lordy. Has anyone done the pull a tablecloth off a table and like have everything stay on it? I've always wanted to do that, like just never had the opportunity. When I was in high school, I worked at a catering like banquet hall type of thing. So it's like, you know, Italian kitchen, and they'd host like weddings and funerals and events and that sort of stuff. So I did a lot of like table waiting and setting up tables and breaking down tables, and I was so tempted to like rip a tablecloth one time with the glass on it, but I couldn't do it. I was too much of a good boy. I did drop a sterno on the floor one time and have like the flaming gel kind of fly all over the place. That was fun. The fuck? There we go. Alright. We made it through mostly without flipping the keys. Alright, so we're just gonna go down the row. Where's one? Oh, there it is. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Where's my 7 at? There it is. 0. Alright, then we got minus, plus. Alright, let's keep going with the alphas. QWERTY. Now it's like a puzzle? Yeah, basically. I don't know what it is with boards. It's like, I'm an excellent typist, and I can find everything in my head because it's literally, like, instinct at this point. But, like, if I try and, like, envision what a keyboard looks in my head, I have to try, like, really hard for some reason. Alright, now the problem with this is the O. Which side is which? Because this is a uniform profile, so I'm always like, oh, where? And you can kind of tell, I think, by the where the little like rough bit is, where they snapped it off. I think it's this. I think. No, that looks weird. Is it this? I think it's all the same. Alright. Is there a logo on the underside? Ugh. Well, we've got the injection there. So we can kind of compare it to the other ones. So, okay. This is vertical. The I is vertical. The O is vertical. So... Oh, there are like markings in there. Oh, I got it right. I did have it right. Okay, cool. We're good. It's exactly the same. IOP. And then we got left square bracket, right square bracket. Left square bracket. Right square bracket. Remember that from TTS days? Just spamming Ventrilo or TeamSpeak. Yeah, TeamSpeak, right square bracket, left square bracket, right square bracket, left square bracket. A, S, D, F, G. Is F extra scoopy? Do we have an F that's got the little nubbin on it? I don't think we do. Okay. Oh wait, yes we do. So for my client, who I'm building this board for, there are two Fs in here. So one is extra scoopy, so that you know that it's the home row, and then we have an F that's just normal, just exactly the same as everything else. So I'm just going to leave the one that's just the same as everything else, and if you want the scoopy one, I'll put the scoopy ones off to the side for F and J. So different profiles do the home row nubbins on F and J differently, and on this one it's just the profile is just like an extra scoop, so you can feel it with your fingertips that it's just a little bit deeper. So you know where to put your index fingers. Which is important for me because I'm a home row typer. I try and type the way you're supposed to. Ooh, this is feeling good. ZX. Z, X, C, V, B, N, M, comma, period, question mark. Okay, so now we do mods and the space bar. So put this off to the side. So we have an array of mods here, so if you didn't show up yesterday, woo, lose them. We got these novelties, gorgeous novelties, really, really nice. These mods here, I already opened them up because I needed to test them. So we're going to use these for arrow keys, shift, enter, etc. And then more. modifiers and novelties here, you can see there's an F13. Always got to have an F13 in your keyboard sets. So I'll put in like what I like, and then the client will pick out what they want. So first off, we need a tab. And sometimes there's like a bit of fishing around you need to do to kind of figure out like what you like. Usually spend like an hour or two kind of playing around with keys. So we need tab, caps lock, shift, backspace. So let's get the backspace out. So it looks like backspace is a full-size backspace. Yeah. So we're gonna open up this one. Oh, it's gonna be so much fun when Omina comes out with her caps. I really want the Mailer Bunny caps. Just gotta find the right board for it. I like there's a printer icon on this one. I don't think I've ever seen a printer icon, but that would be good for like a print screen. These two here are page up and page down. But the thing with 65% is people will take like anything that's like off, like the quadrant off to this side. They'll kind of map it to whatever they feel like. So I always do like print screen, which is mapped to Windows key Shift S, which is the new what do you call it, like snipping tool, and then delete, and then page up and page down. Because I actually do use page up and page down for like PDFs and certain types of browsing. So we'll put a backspace there. I think we're going to go with a blue enter, and there's all these novelties to choose from. Do the blue enter, and then we're going to do a blue spacebar. I like the blue spacebar. And then I'm trying to decide if I want to do blue arrow keys or these black arrow keys. Tough choice. But let's get the blue spacebar on. Oh yeah, I like that blue spacebar. Ooh, that's got a good sound, good feel. Oh, this sounds good, team. Feels good. All right. We need a right shift. We need a little guy right shift. I think one of these is good for a right shift. These delta icons. Yep, that's the size. So we got a right shift, and we want the left shift to match the right shift for sure. So we're gonna use this one. Nope, too small. We need another size up. Ooh, does that exist? Yeah, this one here. There we go. Got your left shift, got your right shift. All right, do we want blue arrows or black arrows? I think we're gonna go with blue arrows. We'll try it. The best way to go about it is just try it. Try it, see if you like it. If you don't like it, change it up. You can always pull caps off. All right, we need a page up and a page down. But I think for these, we'll put novelties on, because the novelties are cute. So we're gonna put on, well, we already have this like Celtic knot on here. All these infinity signs are cute, but there's no like 1U infinity sign. We got a black and blue heart, but we got square and circle. I'm kind of feeling, or maybe this pentagon. I kind of like the pentagon. Maybe we'll do a pentagon, and yeah, we'll do a square and a pentagon. That sounds cool. So we'll do square up top. And then pentagon below that. Alright, so now we need tab. So what should we use for tab? I kind of like these slash guys here. Those are cool. I'm thinking I'll use the black slash for that. Is that the right size? No, that's too big. Okay, I had it wrong. What about these infinity signs? I really want to use these. Yeah, let's get that in there. Yeah, I like that. All right, now we need a caps lock. What should we use for a caps lock? Let's try one of the slashes. That's too big. Is that the right size? Yeah, that's the right size. Cool. So these are all measured in standard like key units. So, sorry. It's all gunked up. So the excuse me, sorry. So we have like 1U here, which is like a standard cap size, right? And then it progressively goes up from like 1U to 1.25U. I think this is a 1.25U. Then there's a 1.5U. 1.75, 2U, and then the spacebar sizes are like, common ones are like 6.25 and 7U, and I think there's another size as well. So that's how the cap sizes measure out. And I do have like a little itty bitty unit measurement tool that I got at a keyboard meetup recently, but I don't have it here on my workbench for some reason, so. Because I'm dumb. Alright, so we need Control, Windows key, and Alt, and then Function, and then what's the other one? Oop, forget what the other one is. I think it's the right Control, if I remember right. But we'll hook it up to V and we'll find out. Okay, so this one, this is going to be like a normal Control. Size, if I remember right. Oh, wait a minute. This is actually, well, that's actually the caps lock icon, but we're not using that. What should we use? Usually, I think I usually use these for alts. This like step up, step down one. I forget what it's supposed to be. Trying to find it in the right size. There we go. So that's alt. And then Windows key, which can be literally anything. We could do a heart if we wanted to. Or what do we got here? Got this like home button. That's pretty cool. And then we need a control. So for control, ooh. This guy? No. We already used the infinity. Maybe this O. That's too small. I need another size up. Might not have another size up, actually. Yeah, these two are the same size. Decisions. Mechanics. What should I do? Doshio. Let's just do this up arrow. We'll just roll with that. All right, now we need two little guys over here. So this is going to be function and I think right control. So if that is right control, I want to do just a simple arrow up. And then for the function key, we should do... I don't know. I like these hearts. Let's just throw on a heart. I like them. They're cute. How about the heart that's like got the black inlay, like it's just a blue outline? We'll just do that for function. There we go. We got caps on the board. Check it out. Check it out. All right, let's do a little typing test. So let me get the caps off of here real quick without spilling them everywhere. So that would be a disaster. It's a disaster. Skywalker, we're after. Alright. We got the caps out of the way. Knife out of the way. Cool. Alright, look at that board. Check that out. Gorgeous. Gorgeous. Pick it up. Give you a little side angle, the rear view, do my Vanna White stroke. Zoomers have no idea who Vanna White is. Oh, as I dump out the encoder because it doesn't like screw in there. So I guess you can't turn this board upside down apparently, unless I'm missing something. Very nice. It's got that nice anodized look to it. It's hard. It doesn't come off well on the webcam, but it is very nice. All right, hook it up. Do a typing test. Wheel of Fortune, you got it. There it is. There. Boop, boop, boop. All right, let's bring up monkey type. Woo-hoo. Actually, before that, let me just go to VIA real quick. That is right control. Okay, I got it right. Awesome. Cool. All right, type and test time. Let me scoot this. Ooh, what did I do? Scoot this over here so you can watch me type at the same time. All right, so we'll do it without punctuation first. Oh, the monitor's at a weird angle. I'm just gonna move it over here. My arm. There we go. Oh, screwed up. .108, not bad. Made a few mistakes. Let's do another one, and then we'll do punctuation. I'm not in my usual typing position, so at a weird angle here. Cool. 115. That's pretty good. That's better than I normally do. It has a good, like, I don't know. The key presses just feel very solid. It's very easy to move from like one key to the next. Very nice. Very nice. Oh, right, the encoder. We haven't tried the encoder yet. Let's close out a vial. Is it doing anything? It's not changing volume. So that might be an issue I have to work on. Might have to disconnect it, reconnect it. Not a big deal. It may just be I need to like plug it back in again. We'll work on that. Well, at least all the other keys are working. We'll do another typing test. Excuse me? Yeah. Punctuation. Oh my god, I'm really messing up now. Let's try that again. Wow. $82. Could have been better. Cool. All right. Kinda worried about the encoder. Let's just unplug it, replug it back in. Yeah, it's definitely not doing anything. I wonder if I just didn't push the wire all the way in, maybe? I don't know. Let me see. Yeah, that was the blue. That was the blue one. That was the one that we had to like kind of maneuver a bit and turn upside down and all that. So maybe the connections are just not being made. That's all right. We'll work on that. We don't have to do it on stream. But yeah, overall, cool build. Really fun. Yeah, it's not too bad to fix. It's just going to be like, just take a few screws apart and then just play with it a little bit. I'm sure we'll get it working again just fine. So, really cool board. Really excited to give this over to the client. And yeah, thanks for being part of the build stream and hanging out and chatting. And I hope I taught you a few things along the way too about keyboards. Looking forward to doing more of these Handcam streams. Yeah, thanks so much. All right, so I'm going to call it here. I'm going to send you guys off to... Oop, let's close out of these. Turn off that browser. Get out of here. Who is streaming right now? Thank you for coming by. All right, we got... why don't I send you guys to... Trying to decide. See, Orc Florist is streaming. Yeah, let's go to Orc Florist. Alright guys, have a good night, and I will see you back tomorrow for American Truck Simulator. Have a good evening. Bye-bye. 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 Bye. Bye-bye. Oh god, it's an ad. Bye.